everyone. Sometimes you okay. Sometimes you're just so overwhelmed by the things that are happening in Nigeria and you don't even know where to start from. You're fighting on one end, another thing comes out. You're stopping something, another thing comes out. It's just so unbelievable. And you just wonder, when is this going to end, or is it ever going to end? But at the end of the day, you know that nothing good comes easy, and that you have to keep going for you to actually get the result that you actually want. And if you don't keep going, things are going to worsen so much that however bad it is today, you end up looking back and say that, oh, it was better then. Because I just can't understand this whole thing. Confessed killer Ayomide Adeleye not in prison, never remanded for murder. For those who, just to give a context, for those who don't get it, who don't know what has happened, and just reading from the tweet of Omolomo at Omolomo_O. He said, for those who don't know the gravity of what this boy did, he allegedly killed his immediate sister 5 years ago. He allegedly killed his ex-girlfriend 5 years ago. He confessed to raping and killing Christiana last year. Please help me tag Ben Hundeyi. We need answers. So for those who don't have a context, this particular person. There was this girl that got missing. She was doing an IT job or something. So she was going to Lagos or from where she was, and then she got missing. So of course, missing person went on. People were asking, the mother was crying and everything. And it later found out that this guy had killed her. He confessed. So it's allegedly, we see you have to use the word allegedly because it has not been proven in court that he killed her and buried her. He showed where her body was everything, was. Meanwhile, the same day that and what happened, it's not as if the girl even went to visit him or anything. On her way to where she was going to, it was raining. This particular boy, I think they both in the same school and they attend the same church, some sort of like. She was on her way to a place she was going to where she was doing IT, and then it was raining. While it was raining, he repairs phone, does some things in front of his house, and so she took refuge. She stayed there for the rain to subside, and he was like, come inside, just come and stay inside while it finished raining and all of that. Her going inside, taking that innocent, you think this is a human being with empathy telling you to come and take shade, which is something that, I mean, we have all done at one time or the other. Someone offers you shade, you just sit down there too for the rain to finish or whatever. She went in there and he killed her. He raped and killed her, right? After killing her, to tell you how heinous, after killing her, what he now did was that he took a picture. He took her picture, put her to sit down. She was already dead then. Took her picture and sent it to the mom, and started asking for ransom money, that they had kidnapped her, constantly writing to the mom, and he was part of those helping to look for her. That's just to understand how criminally minded some people can be, and how heinous this whole thing is, that you are hearing now that the person is walking freely. Last month there was someone who did this thing, some report to say that this boy has left prison. He's no longer in prison, he has gone and stuff like that. So he now started extorting money from the woman, trying to extort. At one time telling her that, oh, if she doesn't pay, there are people who organ harvesters, he will sell to them, they will all have harvest at this thing. At the end of the day, he was caught, he confessed. And this is always the thing. This is the thing, for me, sometimes that just makes me go angry at the Nigerian police. The Nigerian police are quick to say, okay, somebody will come, they will say he has confessed. That's all. It is not all. You're supposed to, that's why they call what investigation. Forensic investigation. You're supposed to investigate everything. Don't just rely on what somebody says if someone confesses, because he'll come out and say it was done under duress. He can come out and say that, oh, I was forced to confess or something. But what you do is that you investigate and ensure that you have evidence tying him on her body, his DNA, was the DNA on her body, this thing, the bed, try all of those things. But we have our Nigerian police, by the time they just get that confession, they'll go and sit down. Before you know what's happening, case is doing anyhow. You find out at the end of the day, most times, they can't even win a case. That's why most times you find that things go to before the judges, and the judges are unable to actually give a conviction or whatever, because the judges are not going to follow, they say it happened. As far as the judge is concerned, it's not about whether a crime was done by someone or not. The fact is that whether you have evidence to prove that the crime was done by someone. So 1 million people can sit down and see someone killed. As long as there's no evidence tying him, the court cannot say, it happened or whatever. Even if the judge was there when it happened, he was saying it like this, he has to follow the evidence that was done by it. And so you always have Nigerian police bungling up cases, not following, not investigating properly, and things just go haywire. So we have Fiji. Let me go back now. FIJ coming out to say that, look, this particular person, is in prison. Ayomide Adeleye, the young man who confessed to killing Christiana Idowu, his friend and neighbor, is not in any correctional facility in Lagos State, FIJ has confirmed. First arrested and remanded in September, rumors of his release began spreading in December, leading friends and family to worry over the state of the murder case against him. FIJ earlier reported that efforts to verify these claims led the newspaper to insiders in the police force who said they had heard the same claims, but information was limited by the Directorate of Public Prosecutions and the Nigerian Correctional Services. The police handed him over to the Ikoyi prison, but the judiciary is slow in its dealings. The warrant doesn't expire, so I wonder how he secured release for a murder offense. FIJ then made some findings in the NCOS and learned from a credible source with access to record that there were 2 persons bearing Ayomide Adeleye in their custody, but none was charged with murder, and both have since been freed. This source said, we had one in Okoyi and one in Kirikiri Medium, but they are no longer with us here. They have been released. None of them was charged with murder or kidnapping. When FIJ asked for reiteration, the source said there's no Ayomide Adeleye in any prison in Lagos. Maybe you should ask the police, because they are the ones who obtained the remand warrant. FIJ made several attempts to reach Benjamin Hundeyi, the Lagos State Police spokesman, but he did not respond to our calls or messages. Muyiwa Adejobi, the first public relations officer, promised to find out and get back to FIJ. Adeleye, a 200-level philosophy student of the Olabisi Onabanjo University, OOU, Ogun State, confessed in early September to killing Christiana Idowu, a 300-level student of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, FUNAB. On September 26, he appeared before Sheyi Omodara, a magistrate at the Ogba Magistrate Court, and she granted a remand warrant to the police to detain him at the Ikoyi prison, pending when the DPP's advice becomes available. FIJ wrote to the DPP 3 days later, but despite promising to get back to the newspaper, the directorate has yet to say anything. And of course, initially one of the what do you call it now? Spokesperson of the police was trying to say, oh no, it's not that, whatever. At the end of the day, they too have also agreed that indeed this particular person is nowhere to be found. You see things like this, you're just so wicked. What is this? What is going on? And this is like almost like a daily, should I say daily or routine thing that happens. Even when you do crime, sometimes they will just change criminals, they will just change someone. Before you know something, they will change somebody's name, or they will add one case and hit it in another. The person is free, the person is taken away. Some are saying that, he got a lawyer. That he got a lawyer that said, it's other confession that was done without him, so they can't be accepted. No wahala, no all of those. But there's no how you get a lawyer and then he's not free. Who freed him? Because it's only the court that has the capacity to be able to do that. So these are the questions. Oh, Lord have mercy. But this Nigeria, by the grace of God, this Nigeria, it must work in our lifetime. Thank you for watching.